In the UK, if you want to get married under your gender as a trans person, you have to have a gender recognition certificate. For me, it was a case of I wanted to get married, and I didn't want to, on my wedding day, have to write down Mr. and male on what should be one of the most feminine feeling days of my life, getting married to the person I love. At the end of the day, there's only really three things, basically, that the gender recognition certificate actually impacts. It's who you can get married as, who you get buried as when you die, what name and gender is put on your death certificate, and some stuff around taxes and pensions. Largely, a gender recognition certificate is important so that someone can be affirmed as who they are when they get married, and that when they die, their family can't override their wishes and bury them as someone they're not.
So in all these cases, it's not actually that you can't get married. It's a feeling thing about who you are when you get married. So it's an identity certificate rather than this is a license to do X, Y, or Z.
Exactly.
Rather than
It is about validity and about who you are not being disregarded. It's about on my wedding day in my beautiful white dress, not having to go and say, on this day I am male and write down Mr. on that certificate and forever have my wedding certificate say Mr. It's about being confident in the knowledge that if and when I die, I won't be buried as male. It's very minimal little bits of paperwork.
Have the Scottish made it too easy to get one of these certificates?
I really don't think so, because I think that the way that these certificates basically don't impact anyone other than the person getting them. To explain my own situation, for about 8 years before I got my gender recognition certificate, I already had a passport that said I was female. All of my bank cards, all of my letters to my address were addressed to me. I was legally recognised as a trans person without having a gender recognition certificate.
Wait. What do you mean you were legally recognised without the certificate? What's that distinction?
Yeah, the Equality Act recognises trans people as being transgender and doesn't require them to have a gender recognition certificate to have that protection. If you say you are trans, if you have changed your name, if you have declared yourself as trans, we already have a situation in the UK where you are protected legally as a trans person